Okay, so let's get started. Hope everyone took your quiz yesterday. So let's see what's going on today. We're brand new. I attached the new packet. We're going to be on packet 4 today. This is the one calculator, but I think you guys are going to like this. So today is the 26th. And we're going to be starting on packet 4. Alright, so with packet 4, let's start with some vocabulary. First thing is, what does it mean if a function f is increasing? Now, if a function is increasing, what that means is the y value is increasing from left to right. What it looks like for you guys, another way to remember it, is the graph goes up from left to right. So if a function f is decreasing, what that means is the graph goes down from left to right. So let me show you what we mean here. I'll do one more definition and then I'll tell you what I mean. Interval, what an interval means is it's x values where the graph is increasing or decreasing. So let me show you what an example looks like. I would say that the graph is increasing whenever the graph is going up from left to right. So it looks like the graph from here to here is going up. From left to right it's going up. Now when is it decreasing? Decreasing means it goes down from left to right. Now I would say that happens right here, all the way through to the end. The interval that this would happen, I'll use green for the interval. It looks like starting right here, when x is -1, -2, -3, and -4. So starting at -4, up until 0, the graph is green, it's going up. So we would say from -4 to 0, the graph is increasing. And then it looks like the graph is going down. I'll use red for that. Starting right here at 0 and going to here. That's where it looks like the graph is going down. So the starting value would be 0. That goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the x values. So between 0 and 5, the graph is decreasing. That's what it means for a graph to be increasing or decreasing. And then with what I just wrote, these are called intervals. Intervals just means x values where that happens. So let's take a look at the next equation. We want to know, what is f of x greater than 0 mean? This just means that the graph, f of x is the graph. The graph is above the line y equals 0 or the x-axis. So look at your graph. It looks like everywhere up here, I'll use a highlight in blue, everywhere over here the graph is above the x-axis. Well, close. Anytime the graph goes above the x-axis, this is the x-axis. The graph is above the x-axis right here. And then of course when f of x is less than 0, what that means is the graph is below the line y equals 0 or the x-axis. Look at the x-axis, and it looks like it's below. Here's the line y equals 0. The graph is below it right here, and right here. That's what it means for the graph to be below the line y equals 0. And if a graph is above the line y equals 0, that would happen right here. That area graph is above the x-axis. So let's take a look at the first example. First example says, we have a graph f of x is equal to 4x minus x squared. So it's just going to take me a little while to draw this. So while I'm drawing this, maybe you could look at the graph and try to come up with an answer yourself. Alright, so that looks like the graph, and it's saying based on the graph of the function, which statement is true. So we have increasing and decreasing. So remember, increasing means it goes up from left to right, and decreasing means it goes down from left to right. So I'm taking a look at my graph, and increasing, I'll use green for this, looks like the graph is increasing over here. So let's highlight where it's going up. It's highlighted, the graph is going up here. That's where the graph's going up. And it looks like that happens starting when x is -1 and ending when x is 2. So the graph is increasing from -1 to 2. graph is decreasing. It goes down. Starting here, and then all the way past 4. So I would say the graph is decreasing from 2 past 4, so this would even be like 5. So let's look at our answer choices, and let's see which ones are correct. Through these one by one. So for the first one, x is increasing when x is less than 0. Alright, so when x is less than 0, that would be over here. This is 0. So when x is less than 0, what's the graph doing? It's increasing, so that would be correct. It's not decreasing because it's not going down. Now the graph's saying between 0 and 2. So when x is between 0 and 2, that's this piece. The graph is going up, so that means it's increasing. It's not decreasing, that would mean it's going down. For number 5, we're between 2 and 4. Between 2 and 4, the graph is going down. That means it's decreasing. And then for the 7th and 8th options, it's looking for anything past 4. Well, from left to right, the graph is going down. That means it's decreasing. So those would be your answers for problem number 1. Let's take a look at the next part. The next part, it's asking me, based on the graph of the function, which statements are true. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy the graph so we can answer this next one. This is part A. For part B, let me paste this graph. Clear out some of this other stuff. Okay. And for part B, it's asking us f of x is whether it's less than, greater than, during different intervals. So I'll write the question down, I'll write the options, and maybe for homework you could do this one and then part A of number 2. Let's see, we have 8 options. Alright, actually let's finish this up and then I'll have you do the entirety of number 2 on your own. So it's asking us, when is f of x greater than 0 or less than 0? Well, f of x greater than 0 means above the x-axis. F of x less than 0 means below the x-axis. Right. Well, it looks like the graph is above the x-axis right here. Here's the x-axis, and the graph is above it in that green portion. And it looks like that's going to happen when x is between 4 and 0. Now, when's the graph below the x-axis? Well, here's the x-axis, and it looks like below would be right here and right here. That looks like it would happen for any x value that's less than 0 and any x value that's greater than 4. So let's see if we can answer this question. When x is less than 0, what's the graph doing? Well, that's this section right here. X is less than 0 is this section. That's below the x-axis, so that's why that would be the correct answer. It's not above, so that's wrong. Between 0 and 2, that's this section right here. The graph is above the x-axis. Above the x-axis means greater than. That's why this is the answer. It wouldn't be below. It's definitely above the x-axis. Between 2 and 4, that's this section of the graph. The graph is definitely above the x-axis. So we look for f of x is greater than 0. Not less than. That would mean the graph is below. And then for the final part, when x is greater than 4, that's this part right here. Obviously that graph is below the x-axis. So if it's below, f of x is less than 0. Alright, thanks for tuning in. For homework, what I would like you to do is I would like you to please do number 2. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.